Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamond.
Look at it this way. You know how
Yeah,
when
bro.
you just said something along the lines of um you had the women that was in school that
Hmm.
um they adored dang near the dudes with the long hair. Mind you, your generation is different. But they
Right.
adored the dude with the long hair, the dude with the six pack, the dude with the abs, right? But
Hmm.
then you have these people outside the school that's telling everybody, "Oh yeah, just love yourself, love who you are, love." Like
Facts.
I get that, like I get that 1,000%. You hear that? But at the same
Yes.
time, the females, I have to say, at that time,
Mm.
I have to say, at that
You
time,
getting deep, BZ. You getting deep. You getting deep. Go ahead. Go ahead.
the females at that time, I have to say, were
Go
correct.
ahead.
Reason why I'm gonna say that they were correct is
Hmm.
because what is everybody trying to do now? Get healthy and get in shape.
Right.
So all the women were doing were acknowledging the fact that they wanted to be with guys who were healthy and in
Yes.
shape.
Yes.
But then you got the ones who don't want to be healthy and in shape, but they want people to go around them to actually be, oh no, just love who you are. Man, bump that, bro. Be healthy and be in shape. It's that simple. That's the same thing. It's one thing. It's another thing, and you can split it. You can flip it and do it for the women too. You got all
Facts.
these women who are out of shape. Then Lizzo came around. Oh, love who
Oh
you
my
are. Love who
gosh.
you are. Love who you are. Now, so now
Right.
y'all, and once again, disclaimer, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to do, because I'm definitely about to go there, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just speaking
Hmm.
on the terms of the subject that we're talking about.
Facts.
So I don't have no problem, no disrespect with women. I have women that are overweight in my family and all of that stuff. So no disrespect whatsoever. But you're pretty much allowing Lizzo to tell y'all that y'all allowed to eat whole pizzas and donuts and still love yourself. That's not cool. Why? And then y'all get, oh, well, the men, all they want to do is fool around with the little body girls. It ain't about the little body. It's about the
Mm.
fact that that little girl is in shape. She's
Right.
healthy.
Yes.
She's healthy. She can breathe. She can exercise with her. She can do all of this extra stuff. Same thing with the oversized men.
Hmm.
Women don't want to fool with oversized men like that. They don't. They like, bro, we can't even move around. Like, my brother, not, who was it?
Oh my gosh.
Who was it? I'm trying to think if it was my brother. Who was it? Yes, it was my brother. My brother was embarrassed last year. I'm not going to say his name, but I'm going to say the situation. My brother was embarrassed last year. He took his family to Disney or
Hmm.
Cedar Point. It was
Okay.
one of them.
Okay.
He was getting ready to get on the ride with his son, and they couldn't put the seat down, so he had to get off
Oh my gosh.
because he was too big. They could not fasten
Yeah.
the seatbelt, so he had to get off. So he had to
Hmm.
watch his son ride the ride by himself because he chose to be out of shape.
Mm.
You know how many people who are out of shape right now that choose to not go to amusement parks because they don't want to turn that down? They come up with dumb excuses. Oh no, well,
Literally.
this don't. It's too hot out there. It's too. No, the fact of the matter is you can't ride the ride. That's what you upset
Yeah.
about. But you don't want nobody to acknowledge that. We know that that's the truth. You just won't tell us, but it's cool. We'll let it rock. But everybody in the family know.
This is so
Sister,
true.
she can't go. You know she can't go. She's not gonna be able to. Or he can't
Right.
go
Right.
because he ain't gonna be. He about to just be walking around just eating. No.
Right.
But this is the thing. This stuff is taught to us in high school. Why be the overlooked person when you know that the pretty girl is only looking at the boy who's in shape?
Yeah.
We mad at the jocks, but the jocks are in shape. But later on in life, we want to become the jocks. What? That's so backwards. You should have stayed at the jock the whole time.
Yes, that's a
What
fact.
made you not become the jock? Oh yeah, they're not cool. No, the only thing with the jocks is they didn't do school work, so people cleared the thought that they was dummies because they only was good looking, but they didn't know how to read, they didn't know how to write, all of that stuff. So
Hmm.
that's different. But you can actually be a person who can read, write, and look good. You just chose not to because you wanted to be
Yeah,
against the jocks.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. That don't even make sense. I'm going through that stuff right now. Like, I was fully in shape in high school. Not in shape right now, trying to get back in shape as we speak. I done lost like 27 pounds. But that's not where I want to be at yet. But
right,
27 pounds from where I was. But
right.
I was already in shape in high school. What turned me back? Life. You get in
Mm,
relationships, you know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? You start stressing over school. You go to
mm-hmm.
college, things ain't working that way. Now you overeating because instead of crying, you overeating. All this stuff is real.
Yeah. Oh, one thousand
This is
percent. It's
all real
hey,
emotional stuff
you getting
here.
real. You getting real. So okay. So all right. So for context, right? So I'm with you, bro. I'm completely with you. I can say this. I will never forget. I had a gym class, and this had to be my freshman, my sophomore year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Winton Woods. Shout out to Winton Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Raiders. Shout out to all them. Not the Raiders, but I don't know what it's called. But anyways, I was in the class, and I'll never forget. I had me this white T-shirt on. I was, doing whatever I was doing, and this girl comes to me, and she's like, I didn't necessarily really like this girl, but she wasn't bad looking. I just, whatever. She told me to my face that I had a bird chest.
A bird chest.
A bird chest. And I was
Okay.
like, what the heck is a freaking bird chest? I'm like, a bird chest. But I remember it hit my, sometimes certain people just say certain things to you, and you just know, like, it be on your mind for some reason. Like, it hurts, I already hurt your feelings, or it made me cry. It made me just go, I have a bird chest? Like, what is that? What is that about? And apparently, I guess a bird chest is supposed to represent, like, you're not necessarily working at your chest more to look a lot more healthier. I don't know
Right.
how to
Yeah.
do it,
That's what it is.
right?
Yeah. Bird chest.
Yeah,
Bird
something like
chest is
that.
kind of
Yeah.
like it's not what Kofi Kingston got, but that's what a bird chest looks like. It's not what Kofi Kingston
Right.
has, but
Right.
it's what bird chest look like. Like your
Yeah,
muscles
yeah,
ain't
yeah, yeah.
poked out. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And so because of that, I was like, okay, well, I got to work this out some more, But at the same time, to BZ's point, yes, life sometimes do be life, and you get caught into doing things on your own, and you ain't sometimes always caring. But then I had to go to the store. I'm gonna keep it bad real. I don't care, bro. I'm not even gonna try to get emotional about this. I'm just telling my truth. There are times where I had to go to the store with my mom's, and she would have me try on coats, and I couldn't fit certain coats because I was getting bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My weight was getting big.
Right.
And she'd be like, "Oh, come on, tuck in that gut of yours, boom, boom, blah blah
Right.
blah."
Right. How you
And
doing?
I would try allocating it didn't bother me, but deep down inside, it really did bother me because I was noticing I was gaining weight. My first year in
Right.
college, all I just did was eat candy, eat chips, eat boom and boom. Why? Because I'm by myself. I ain't got nobody looking at me. I can
Yeah.
determine
Nobody can
do what
tell
I
you no
want.
wrong. Fact. You ain't
No
got
one can tell
nobody.
me no
Yeah.
right.
I'm
No one
good.
can tell me no wrong.
Fact.
And on top of that, I have to also gotta blame the colleges because y'all be serving nobody healthy anything. Come on, man. We need some healthy benefits.
Yeah. They
Where's the
definitely
health
don't.
at? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Y'all
Terrible.
don't be serving us jack.
That's a fact.
To be honest,
That's
right?
a fact.
But at the same as that time, I mean, to a degree, I could have been just like going to the store and just buy veggies and what like that. But it is what it is. Looking back on it now, I'm glad it happened. Here's not because it was the right thing to do at the time, but because it's teaching me now what not to do. Right?
Right.
And I do want to get back in shape. I do want to like feel good. I do want to be able to be like Josiah. The muscles is forming in. Your chest is doing great. Your heart rate, your cardio is improving vascular more and more.
Right.
Um, your mindset is better.
Right.
However, however it works, or give me some ab muscles. Heck yeah, I want some ab muscles. I ain't gonna lie. Shoot, why
Right.
not? I
Right.
like ab muscles not because I want to be like this dude or be like that dude to a degree. There may be some truth to that, but really, it may just be more so like I just want to feel and look good. I
Right.
want to be in shape. It's all. It's all. That's the basically the whole point is to
Right.
get in shape. But to Beezy's point, yeah, the girls who were expecting that for us to be that way, they were right.
They were correct,
They
yo.
were right because, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you this from experience. Now, shout out to the ones who got the girls that again weren't as in terms of having a breast, they were very petite, right?
Right.
especially ones who are skinny. You know what I'm saying? Can deal with them. You got it all works in shapes and sizes. You
Right.
can get around girl that ain't gotta be necessarily fit, and you ain't necessarily gotta be fit. But at some point, you're gonna want to be fit because you can't just be scrawny all the time, bro. You
Right.
gotta put some muscle on that scrawny bone.
Right.
You got to. I'm just being honest. We have seen celebrities over the years who remain scrawny and they have never like developed any form of muscle. I think Snoop Dogg has always been scrawny.
Yeah, he ain't. Yeah, he ain't.
You know what I'm saying?
But see,
But yet,
but do we got an excuse though? Because right now, the way Wiz Khalifa look like he could box.
right.
So Snoop ain't got no reason to be that small.
He don't. But because people are like, oh, I love Snoop Dogg, I love his music, boom, boom, boom. I think the music and the acting and just him being known throughout television over the years has kind of like gaslight like that overall situation to the point where everyone's like, oh, that's Snoop Dogg. He gonna smoke weed, boom, boom. And I think a lot of times people who smoke a lot of times, especially when it comes to weed, tend to really lose weight or they don't really
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
automatically because
yeah.
it's a metabolism thing. Facts.
Exactly. So like my brother did it. Like it happened to him. I'm like, how'd you lose freaking weight? Like you look so skinnier, like compared to how you used to look. My brother was never like as you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
it happens. It just didn't happen, and it's just one
but
of those
that
things.
that
But
ain't that ain't a that ain't a healthy way of doing it either though. But yeah,
I completely agree. Therefore, I thought Snoop Dogg was telling the truth when he made his Instagram post on about he's giving up smoking. I was like, dang,
yeah,
praise
man,
God.
he wasn't
Then
doing
he
that.
freaking was. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he was fooling around. Ain't nobody
I was
believe that
believing it too.
nigga,
I
bro.
was like, oh, Snoop, yes, go, Snoop, yes, Snoop.
Yeah,
Nah,
nah, I don't believe
I
that.
was pranking you guys. I ain't ever stopped smoking weed. I said, come on, Snoop. Come on, man. You too over that.
Straight trolling, straight trolling.
I'm telling you, man. Just had to troll us. And we the whole time. I said, oh, that's lame.
Yeah, but like you said with the Snoop thing, after you become that character or who you are, everybody expects you to be that. Because
Yeah,
if you change into something else, they're like, ah. But at the same time, though, if you change it for health reasons to be more healthier, I don't know why people would complain. But
yeah,
sometimes people, because like I said, that's the same thing that happened with, when Monique, the comedian, came out. She was always talking about stand up for all the overweight women type deal. She was like that, but then
she
all of a
did.
sudden, after she said that, she lost all that weight. I'm like, bro, you can't be doing that, bro. Don't be trying
Yeah,
to tell everybody it's cool to do it, and then you just go the opposite. What you talking about? You could at least told him like, yeah, that's cool, but I think we should get a little healthier, or whatever, whatever. You didn't even say that.
except
You were
when you
just
got
like,
somebody in your ear telling you to do so. Like she may have said it at the time, but I guess she was trying. The problem is,
Lizzo did the same thing.
no, I'm with you. The problem is we want to utilize representation for misrepresentation instead of going misrepresentation should be improved for representation. My point I'm trying to get is you're saying misrepresentation is okay. So it's okay for me to look 500 pounds on live television. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I said,
They
you
took
see what I'm
me.
saying? It's
I
okay for me
agree.
to do
Yep.
that, but then you want to be hypocritical and say, no, I'm gonna go right here and change it up. Don't do that. I'm with you, BZ, because the point is, if you're saying that's okay, then I should remain at 500 pounds. I shouldn't lose 200, 300, 400 pounds later, lighter. I shouldn't do that.
I think that people shouldn't promote what they not doing. Like, it was a point when what you call it? I forgot how that song go. I don't know if it was Single Ladies or what the Beyonce dropped, and she was saying something. I forgot what she was saying. I forgot what it was, but it had something to do with her being single. But yeah, she was in the whole relationship with Jay-Z. I'm like, well, how'd you telling everybody the opposite of what you doing? That don't even make no sense to me. I'm like, bro, you just so hypocritical, bro.
Oh, the single ladies.
I
I
think
love
that's
single
what it
ladies.
was. I forgot what song it was, but I think it might have been Single Ladies. I don't know. But she was just saying all her
He said, if
single
you ain't,
ladies.
he said, someday if you ain't something, but
But I
then you
think
still
she
have to put a
did
ring
she
on
was
it.
like, if you want to
Yeah,
put a
put a
ring
ring
on
on
it.
it.
So she was promoting that, yo, don't let them cats rock with you unless they put a ring on it. So it made sense. But at the beginning, back in the day when we first heard it, we was just like, bro, you with Jay-Z all the way out here. Like, how you gonna say talk about all your single ladies? You not even single. How you gonna try to come tell me that? It was weird. It was weird. It was a banger. It was a banger, but at the
Well,
same time, it was
okay.
just like, bro,
Well,
bro,
okay.
what are you
Which
doing?
song from Beyonce, the Bee Queen, the Bee, right? The Queen Bee,
Yeah.
right? Which song from her was had more of an impact? That or Who Won the Real Girls?
That Ladies Run the World joint was fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Right, facts. Who won the
That cut was
world?
hard.
Yeah, it was.
Man, that joint was hard. Man, that joint was hard.
Yeah. Which one you say? Which one you feel had more of an impact though?
The Ladies Run the World. Who Run the World? I think that one had more impact.
I completely agree.
Yeah, I think that one had more
Because
impact.
to your point, again, you're pushing for single ladies, yet you're married to Jay Z is crazy, right? But I'm guessing she was trying to say, like, I guess the whole idea was to get in touch with accepting that you are single. It's okay to be single, but just true to an extent. If you ain't got nobody that's pursuing you,
Right. That's what I'm
right?
saying.
But at the same time, don't you want? Are you saying you're okay with not being married? There are some people that are okay with not being married. John Cena didn't want to be married.
John Cena weird, bro.
Hey, listen, he's a GOAT. Don't get it twisted. Love John Cena. But that man did not want to be married. He come out and said it on Total Leaders. He did not want to be married. No, not only did he not want to be married.
I have conversations with Rail about that all the time when it comes to marriage and stuff like that. Because there is a lot of people out here that's like, no,
Yeah,
I don't want to be married. I want to do stuff by themselves. And I get it. I get what you're saying. But bro, if I could find somebody to help me pay bills, bro, I ain't hearing nothing you saying.
thanks.
It's that simple. Give me a partner. If I'm trying to
Yeah,
start a business, I need a partner. I cannot run this
yes.
business by myself. I don't think we was even created to be by ourselves personally. That's just
No,
me.
that's
But for everybody to
bro.
be locked in and
God
be
said
like, I want to
man
be by
should.
myself all the
What
time, I'm
did
just
what did
like, good
God
luck
say?
with that.
Man should not be alone or something like that. I'm paraphrasing it. The scripture.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, I forgot. Well, I forgot how it was worded. I
Yeah,
forgot
I
how it
forgot
was
how it worked.
worded.
You know what I mean? I'm not talking about the bread, but man should not live by bread alone. Not that scripture. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the other one when it comes to a woman. Yeah, so God does want to give. The thing is this. The thing is this. This is what I'm learning, and I've been watching some videos. Shout out to this channel called Faith Applied on YouTube. Go check them out when you get a chance. But Faith Applied, and it's like an anime kind of like video where it talks about like God and His Word and boom. And the reason you're asking yourself, well, how come am I still single and I haven't got around a girl? God don't want to give you just any girl though. You want to be married? You want to have a life? You want to be able to say I have kids and this and that there and a great future? You gotta be patient and content on God's timing with it. Can you go about your way? Yeah, go ahead. But don't trust your way is going to fully work if it's not His. So the point I'm trying to get at is, and because I'm not talking to you, I'm just saying this in general, to like you can seek and pursue it yourself, and yeah, you can go right here and test some things, but at the same as that time, if it doesn't work out, go home.
I tell people this all the time. I
Yeah,
tell
go ahead,
people
B.
this all the
Go
time.
ahead.
At the end of the day, bro, you
Go
can
ahead.
go out there and try to find your man or go out there and try to find your woman all you want to. That's your choice. If it don't
Facts.
work, don't get mad at nobody but yourself though.
Bam.
That's
That
what I
part.
be saying. Like if it don't
That
work,
part.
don't try to
That part.
dog all other guys. Don't try to dog all other girls because your choice was terrible. I don't care
One
what they
thousand
showed you at the
percent.
beginning. There was red
One
flags around that
thousand
joint
percent.
somewhere, and you wasn't paying
Yes,
attention. Yeah, so
bro.
I was telling Rel that the other day because he was like, "Man, I don't know why." I was like, "Bro, you got to stop choosing. You got to let God bring them. Because if you don't let God bring them, they're gonna
Yeah.
fail every time."
So that's why you was quiet. You was like, Josiah's cooking.
Yep, I was
Josiah's
like,
cooking.
"Yo, go ahead, cook."
Yeah.
I learned
And
that. I'm like,
plus,
nah, I'm good on my picks. All my pick when I go back and look at all the people I
yeah.
was with, I'm like, man, shoot, my picking was terrible when you look at it now. I'm like, mm-mm. But I ain't gonna dog all women based
Talk
off of
about
them.
it.
I'm just like, nah.
Talk about it.
It was like, all right, well, I like the person who was in shape. Yeah, she was in shape, but she ain't do this or whatever. Oh, I like the person that smoked. Oh yeah, she smoked, but she ain't do this. Or you know what I'm saying? It's always something, and
Hmm.
it just be like, you ain't gonna never get no perfect person. You'll just get a puzzle
No,
piece for you though.
no.
That's what it is. But I think people be
I'm,
looking at it wrong.
yeah.
They be every like we said, like the high schoolers, everybody gotta look like the jocks. Everybody gotta be the model looking ones. Like, no, that's the headache, bro. And I'm not telling you
It,
to not pursue those. I'm not saying
yeah,
that, but I'm just saying what come with that.
yes. And I was going to say this: if you are broken, like
Yeah, chill.
mentally broken,
Yeah,
and you
chill.
mentally broken, it ain't gonna work.
Chill. If my thing
Not
is,
going to work.
bro, because Rail was talking about forgiveness the other day, and I keep telling people like, bro, if you've ever been damaged in a relationship in any way, shape, or form, and if anybody that you with previously or now or whatever, and if they trigger your past situation, then you 100% ain't healed yet, and you need to get up out of there because it's not fair to the other person because
Mm-hmm.
you still got trauma. You still got trauma from when you got cheated on in your first relationship. So now when this person don't when you call them at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, they really sleep in real life. They're asleep, but you calling them and you think that they out doing something else that brought out trauma on something that had nothing to do with them. Now all of a sudden you looking at them crazy because they didn't answer the phone. Like nigga, I'm asleep. What's wrong with you? Oh no, yeah. You say you sleep. I'm like, bro, don't no. But that's because of the trauma that you had. Because when you tried to call somebody at 2 o'clock in the morning and they didn't answer and
Mm-hmm.
you pulled up, it was somebody over there and it was cheating. You know what I'm saying? So that forgiveness thing is
Yeah.
the thing, and that's what Rail said on his podcast. Did you see his podcast?
No, I haven't watched the newest episode yet. Nope.
Yeah, he just put it up the other day, but that's what he said on his podcast. Me and him was talking about it, and he brought it back up again. And he was pretty much saying, he was like, bro, he was asking, he was like, God told him, he was like, you got to forgive. And he was like, well, what does forgiveness look like? He said, well, forgiveness look like this. What if the situation that you mad at that person about never happened? That's
Woo.
what forgiveness look like. If you
Mm.
treat them and you talk to
And
them like
and
that never happened.
sorry for being cut you off, busy, but busy. What Rail was getting at, and what you're trying to get at, is to highlight the point of like this: the past is the past. Let it stay there.
Real.
Let it stay there. That's how you fully go about forgiving. It's just like what me and you. Matter of fact, we were just talking about this, did we not?
Mm-hmm.
When we said like, oh my gosh, I could have sworn we said, yeah, like the idea. Okay, matter of fact, I think you said talking about Rail again, like in terms of like the idea of, well, I forgive, but I won't forget.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
That part is the same as that thing. It's like, yeah, but you need to forget. You don't need
You
to
got to.
be remembering of like, even if you, and that's not necessarily to say you can't say yourself like it hasn't happened to you. That's when you bring up the overall situation.
Right.
But you bring up that situation in the form of healing,
Of healing. Yeah.
not of hurt,
Yeah, facts.
not of hurt, not of bitterness, not of this could have happened, this should have happened, this would have happened. No, it's happened. Simply put,
Yeah.
and you have to move on.
Got you.
Now, again, everyone's different. Everyone processes things differently. But at the same exact time, we are not going to hold back our tongue when we need to address, the matter. So, yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. You speaking, bro. You
Yeah,
talking,
so that's
bro.
what, and that's what that's one of the hardest things. But I mean, God even tell you, He's like, yo, you forgive them for you. You don't forgive yourself for them. You do it for
Yes.
you, because at the end of the day, it do say, if you don't forgive nobody, God's not gonna forgive you. That's simple. So regardless of what anybody has ever done to you, if you don't drop that junk and forgive them and move on like it never happened, He ain't gonna move on and act like it ain't never happened for you. And that be the reason why people be stuck. Oh, why ain't I elevating? Why ain't this happening? Why ain't I getting no more? Why ain't that? Because you ain't moving to the next level because you still stuck because you hurt and you keep holding that person accountable for all the hurt that they brought to the table. Well, you got to let it go.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the hardest thing to do,
It is.
especially depending on what it is. Like
Yep.
tell somebody that mess around and murder somebody's son or daughter or mom or something. Tell somebody that.
Hmm.
That's not gonna be easy. To
Yeah.
just forgive and move on. I'm like, bro, what? I'm still trying to get you. True me. Ain't no way. In
Yeah.
your mind, but yeah.
But
Only
that's
through
but that's but that's
God is the
that's
only
it.
way you'll be able to
That's
get
it.
through that.
That's it. That's it. If you lean towards your own understanding, you lean towards your will, it's not going to work unless God's in it, right?
It's a fact.
And with God being in it, that's how you know God is said this is right for you. You'll know. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? God speaks to the heart. And so, again, I'm in a place in my life where I gotta remain patient. I gotta remain consent. I gotta remain disciplined. I gotta remain faithful towards God, and I gotta trust that when He delivers to me, or when I come to the deliverance myself with the grail that He has for me, I'm like, okay, this is how it's going to be, and we'll work it out. If there's some things that are underlying, there's some issues, boom, boom, sure. But I will know for sure that this is a godsend by the way He treats me, the way God would treat me, right? And that's the kind of woman I want. That's the kind of woman I don't want. Listen, do I care about looks? 1,000%. Who doesn't? We all do. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna
what I'm
lie.
saying. Everybody
I'm
can't
not
sit
going
here
to
and act
lie.
like they don't care about look,
I'm not
bro.
going to
That's a
lie.
lie.
Listen.
Yeah, that's
I
a
like
lie.
my woman the way I prefer my woman to look. But I will tell you this too. And me preferably. I don't mind a woman outside my race. But if I'm being honest with you, BZ, I really want a woman that's black, bro. I want a woman that's black. I
Yeah.
want a woman. I don't care if she's dark skinned. I don't care if you brown skinned. I don't care if you light skinned. You black.
I'm trying to be treated right. I don't care what race is brought to the table. Whoever want to treat me right, we
That
good.
part too. That part too. That
For
part
real.
too. But I really believe that black is beautiful,
It's the what?
right? I really do. I really do. And that's not a shame. No other races whatsoever. Boom, boom, boom.
You said
But no,
it's what? What did you just say?
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Man, I see so many people that's not black that's beautiful. But I ain't using that.
What would you say?
I don't know, but I'm saying it's a lot of races that's beautiful. Black women ain't the only ones that's beautiful. It's a lot of people that's
No, no,
beautiful
no,
out
no,
here.
no, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. But what I'm saying is,
They just hit different.
I desire. Uh, let me try my word. Tread softly right quick when I say this. The Bible says God will give you what your heart desires,
Yeah, facts.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So because He gives me what my heart desires, I yearn for me to be with a black woman, right? However, if God says, Josiah, your woman's Dominican, your woman's Puerto Rican, your woman's Chinese, I don't know how that would work ever,
You
but
still ain't said
I'm just
white.
saying, like, whatever
That's
kind of race
crazy.
it is, whatever ethnicity it is for me to get with, this is the race you're going to be with. And my reasoning for it will come to show up later. But right now, you only always ask questions. Here's your answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. And then eventually it will begin to make sense. Bro, I kid you not. I was in class, college class. I was taking communications. I had
Mm-hmm.
a Korean professor.
Mm-hmm.
Korean professor told us a story. He always tells stories.
Where you at,
He
right?
brought up one story. He said about his son came up to him.
I got you.
Someone stayed with dating this chick, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom.
Thank you so much. Have a
And
good
he
You
was
rest of your
welcome.
day.
nervous.
You too.
Also smells really good in here.
Thank you.
Of course.
I get them every time. I
Let
get them
me
every
blow it. Let
time.
me
They
blow
be
it. Got
like,
fragrances in there, bro?
yeah, they get it every
Here,
time.
let me
Every
find out. Let me
time.
find out.
Man,
Why
I'm
you
talking about. I be having dudes in here. This one dude came. This black dude came in with his son yesterday. Got in the car. I was like, man, what the heck is that smell? And I'm like, what? What's going on? He's like, man, that cologne you got on. What is that? I need that now. He was tripping. He was tripping. I be getting them every time. I be getting them. I be getting them. They be like, man, you smell like, bro. That's it. That's one major thing that
Yes,
women
sir.
love. Women love a dude that smell
Yes.
good. You smell
Yes.
good, you already a part of the game. That's it. You walk in the
1,000%.
building, man. I walk in the building now. We went to Golden Corral
Oh, yeah.
yesterday. I walked in the building, half the restaurant was like, man, who is that? Half the room was like, man, you smell amazing. I walk up past the thing, you smell. Everybody was like, my girl was like, man, dang, can my man just go and eat in peace, please? Yeah, I'm telling you.
At first, it was like, oh, that's great. Oh, everyone's
I'm
recognizing me.
like, yeah, now
Okay,
it's like,
now I
my
hate that.
God,
Leave me
okay.
alone. Leave me alone, please. Leave me
Y'all like,
alone.
yeah, y'all like y'all ain't never smelled no man before. Like, golly, he do smell good. Leave him alone. She was on it. I was like, yeah, crazy. I was like, I told you can't take me nowhere. I told her, I was like, you can't take me nowhere. Cause I'm telling you, it's gonna be that every time.
Yes, 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 facts.
Hmm.
But no, I bring this up because and oh my gosh, it was to highlight another point. It's like when you're dealing with a interracial relationship, right? Um, yeah, okay, this is what happens. Korean son comes to the Korean father, the dad, my teacher,
All right.
back in college, and he's telling him about the girl that he got with, and he's going, detailing some things like that. He's like, "Oh, it's another thing," and then his dad's like, "What? She's black."
Right.
This is, I'm not seriously saying this is unheard of, but you rarely ever hear the idea of a Korean getting with a black person.
Man, you see it up here all the time, and it is so beautiful. I seen it the
I
first
believe it.
day, first time I seen it. I was like, yo, that's a whole Chinese chick with that black dude right there. I was
Yeah.
like, man, you gotta be kidding me right there. I ain't never seen that before in my life. But it's
Yep.
it's everywhere out here.
I believe it.
Everywhere. And I'm like,
I
oh
believe
yeah.
it.
I'm in my head. Y'all forgive me if anybody Korean on here. But I was like, that man is eating a lot of noodles and rice and it's fire.
It's probably spicy too.
Fire.
Probably
I was
spicy
like, man,
too.
I know he eating right now. I know. Everything we get from the
They be
Chinese
eating
spot,
good
she
though.
making
I'm
it
not
better
even
than
hold you.
anybody.
They be eating
I'm
good
like,
though.
that
Korean
boy didn't
chicken,
won,
bro.
bro. I'm like,
Listen,
you won,
listen,
gang. Don't let nobody
listen.
tell you different. You won, bro.
You won.
You
You
won.
won. But my point I was trying. And me highlighting that is this. Love is love. Love is love. And I was watching something. I swear to you, bro. It was detailing something. Oh, I was watching Colin Kaepernick's limited series on Netflix,
Yeah.
and his mother and his father, the way they were detailed in the show and how they operated, they were racist. I'm not going to even try to be cutesy with me saying this. They came across very bluntly racist, but
Wow.
they weren't like gun ho, like get them out of here, boom, 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 kind of racist. But they were still racist in the way they were talking, their tones, and the underlying things they would do. So they told the story basically where he was going to homecoming. He's gonna go to homecoming with some girl, and the black girl that he got with, pretty girl, very pretty girl. She was a cheerleader and everything else like that. And he went and hid and told his parents about it, but they were never truly accepting of her to the point when the photos of the after the homecoming had came out, the mother looked at it and was like, "I don't want him to be with her no more." But by the following year comes around, he gets with a white girl that they were like, we handpicked for you to go with,
Mm.
and he was forced into that. Like, okay, I'll go with this white girl, boom, boom, boom. But he wasn't all that attracted to her. He is more attracted to his own kind. My point I'm bringing it up and saying that is like, it's just very interesting how that works. Sometimes it's like, oh, well, love is love. Yeah, you can love whatever you was, but like accept the idea of getting with your own kind, and then sometimes some the idea of not getting with your own kind. To me, it works both ways.
I think accepting your own kind, it makes total sense because of the fact that we are losing our race right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you always see white with white because they're trying to build more white people in America. But when white people marry or get with a black person, they automatically get a black child because of the melanin. But at the same time, that's the reason why they tell you to just stick with your own race because now you're mixing two races together, which isn't bad. But when you look at it from another standpoint, it's like, well, that person's not fully black. So now all of our fully black people are being gone. But that's because
Mm-hmm.
and now their melanin is there, but it's not 1,000%. It's now cut down some because now white people is involved in it. This ain't no race thing
Right.
back and forth. But what I'm saying is this is the reason why people tell people to stick with their own race, for they can keep their generation and stuff like that going. Because if you do get with black people, the melanin in the black people, it overtakes. It don't matter what race you get. You automatically, you
Yes.
can't, a black man sleep with a white woman or a Puerto Rican woman or a Chinese person. It don't matter. They're going to be a black kid, automatic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be oh well, you're going to have a Chinese kid. No, it's going to be black majority mixed with some Chinese, or mixed with
Yeah,
some white, or mixed with something, but it's going to be black,
1000%.
nonetheless, because of the melanin.
I,
So what I'm
and the reason
saying is,
why
it's a lot of
we are the
people.
more dominant. We're the more dominant. If you want to look at science, right? I think you can say we are the more of the dominant allele than the woman is. I don't know that works for
Well,
men and women.
I don't even think that has anything to do with it, because if it's a white,
Okay,
if it's a white man and a black woman, it still comes out the same way.
but what's more fully of though? If a white
It's
man
more,
is
it's more fully of black. Period. It's never going to be more fully of any other race, ever.
really,
Yeah,
so it's
that's never
us.
going to
We're
be
the
that.
ones that dominates all the time.
Except for if it's a light skinned person who's already black and white sleeping with a white person. That's different. The baby's still gonna
Got
be
you.
black, but it's not gonna come back. It's not gonna come out like the black skin and stuff like that, like all the way dark. No, because the majority of it now might be white, because the man is half white, half black, sleeping with an all white person. So the white might win in that, but I think the baby, if you have a percentage of black in you or anything, that's what you automatically become.
Mm,
It don't matter if it's a big percentage or a little bit. If you have a little bit of black, you are officially black.
yeah.
That's it. You're black.
Yep.
I got all my brothers got white moms, but they're officially black. It don't matter how much white they got in
The
them.
crazy
It's black.
part is, my mom's old friend from back then said like this: if a black man gets with a white woman and they have a kid, truth is, he said even if they call it biracial, typically that kid's black.
Yeah, it's automatic. They call it biracial. The only reason why they call it biracial is because they don't want to just give the black people the credit.
Mm,
But
mm,
at the same time, the melanin it overpowers any race or any ethnicity or whatever you pronounce it. It overpowers all of it. One drip changes the whole color of everything. Think about
crazy.
it, and think about it if you just mixing colors together. You put black in it,
I was gonna
everything
go
just
there with
changed.
you.
Everything just changed if you put black in it. It don't matter if you put white in it, you put blue in it, all that stuff. You can get these
That's a
colorful
fact.
colors. You put
That's a
black in
fact.
that joint, everything just darkened up.
That is a fact.
Yeah. So that's how
That
it is
is a
in human
fact.
form. You know what I'm
That
saying?
is a
But
fact.
while I'm saying that, and like I said, I love white people. I'm not being racist at all.
Right.
Oh, I
Same
got
here.
so many
Same here.
mamas, so many
Same here.
mamas that's white. It's ridiculous. I got like 5 or 6 white mamas, so we not even doing that. Plus, my mom got vitiligo, so my mom has skin black and white. So I would never have no problem with
Mm,
no white folk or no black folk. But
right.
what I'm saying is, it's a lot of white people who have their kids, and I hate to say this, but they have their kids have sex with black people because they're weakening the melanin, because they're mixing it with the white instead of keeping it solid black. That's why you have a
Mm,
lot of black people that's really strong on their black ethnicity. They like, oh no, black only, black only. They're doing that on purpose because they want to keep the strong melanin together. Because the melanin does weaken up when you mix it with something else.
mm-hmm.
That's why they're so strong. Oh no, I only want to be with my black people. That's not a problem. In order for you to stop us black people from being our melanin to be strong, we have to sleep with another race to cause it to weaken. They can't take it out, but it will weaken. It won't be 100% melanin.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why some people be like that. But like I said, I'm on the whoever gonna treat me with the love that I'm supposed to be treated with. I don't care what race it is. If it's
Yeah.
black, salute. If it's Korean, salute. If it's white, salute. If it's Puerto Rican, salute. If it's England, London, I don't care. Whoever treats me like I'm supposed to be treated, that's who won. That's it. I ain't worried about
My
no race. I
my
ain't worried about all that.
pops my pops got with a woman from Vietnam. She's Vietnamese, and they have mixed kids. They have two mixed kids, right? My half sister Selena and my other half little brother Isaiah. I don't seen them as much, but I know them. You know, to be a no. But he did, get with another race. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, all the question of like, well, because he did that, would I be able to get around to that? I always had that back in my head, like if I don't get a black woman, maybe that's in my cards too, like to give someone who will be like this. My cousin even one time she even joked at one point with my hair. Not my hair down, but like my hair when I had sometimes the curls in there, boom, boom, boom. She would come at me, oh, she's like, what's up, Mexican? I'd be like, shut up.
Right.
She's just coming at me talking about that, boom, boom. But no man, but yeah, it's very interesting. This is a very interesting topic, and no, we're not trying to be very disrespectful or anything like that. Listen, I love all race. I don't have no I don't get the idea of having racism to begin with in terms of like being against another race. I just don't. I think what it comes down to is this for me. And I was talking to my guy when I was at Kroger's about this. I said to me, I feel like it's just warped through culture, through years, through ways of perception that people have gotten around to the idea of a superiority complex, right?
Mm.
It's a superiority complex. It's this idea that because I am this, you're not going to ever be this, and you will never know what it's like to be this. Therefore, I am better than you. When the reality is, if you want to keep it real, what's the color we that comes out of our body the moment we bleed?
It's white, red, or blue. One of them three.
It's red. It's red.
Well, from what I heard, it was blue. Then it turned red.
Like coming out.
Yeah. Before we get to see it, it's blue first. Then it's red. From what I
Oh,
heard.
like the black and blue. Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
guess I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
I
I
failed
get what
in
you're saying. But
science.
my point is, we bleed out red the majority of the time, for the most part,
Hmm.
right? So like, because of that happening, why is there such a contrast within different ethnicities? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like
that's because well,
this society, bro.
it's society, but it's a lot of truth in a lot of things. I'm like,
Okay.
it's a lot of people who be like, well, I only want to, and this is from a woman's standpoint. I only want to fool with black guys because black guys stuff is bigger than white people stuff. That's what they say.
Uh-huh.
But there's white people that don't have small stuff either. So I'm like, where do they get this from? You know what I'm saying? Like, where do y'all get the fact you had to slept with every white person, and every white person don't just got a small thing like you just think, and everybody would assume that Mexicans and all of them is like that, but I don't agree with that either. That's why I'm just like, it's almost like I don't know because there's a comedian named Bubba Dub. He probably lying, but he always say he got a 2 inch. That's what he said. He's black. So if he's black and he say he got a 2 inch, do that make any type of sense? If everybody say that all black people was hanging long, I'm like, apparently they're not. If
Right.
he said he got a 2 inch, or is it a joke? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, but why do that matter? That's what I'm saying. Like, why does that matter? But people measure
Because
it
we
based off
ask
of
questions
that.
all busy with you even asking that question that kind of rests some of our case to a degree because it's like we're gonna stay asking questions and asking questions and asking questions as a society until we get the answer, and I mean the whole answer for always questions that we tend to ask all the thing on time, literally, and we're gonna stay asking questions. That's just how
Yeah,
life
because I don't know.
just be like that.
Because it's beauty in everybody. And they can't say no difference.
I
Like, bro,
agree.
you didn't. I didn't came up on that time when Carmen Electra and Campbell Anderson was like two of the
Oh
coldest
my
white women on the
gosh,
planet. But that was around the same time Tyra Banks was out here killing.
facts.
She black. You know what I'm saying? That's back when Making Good, when Nia Long and all them was killing. But then you got, you know what I'm saying? But then you
So
got,
now, Lathan. Don't forget some now
yeah,
Lathan.
Sanaa Lathan. But then you got all the other women. What was the one white girl that was in Soul Plane? Cole.
Oh my! I know
It's
you're
it's
talking about.
so
I know
many.
you're talking
That's what I'm saying. So I'm
about.
like, what are y'all talking about? And then you got people like, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, I'm not gay, but I give respect where respect is due. You got an Idris Abba in the game. You got a
Yeah.
Morris
Yep.
Chestnut in the game. But then you
Yep.
also got my boy who played Aquaman. He ain't
See,
black.
Aquaman. Who played Aquaman?
Samoa, whatever his name is with the long hair.
Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa. Yeah.
Yeah. You got Roman Reigns. He ain't black.
Yep.
Like, come
Yep.
on, bro. Like, so it's
Handsome guy.
a lot of people out here that looks amazing that we can't just be, oh, I'm just gonna pick whatever. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
love is everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just whichever one fall in your lap. Don't be like, oh, well, I don't want it because it's this color. I'm like, all right, don't drop the ball.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, we can ask God for the desires of our heart, But God always gives us everything that we need.
Amen.
That's what it is. He give us what we need. We can
Amen.
pray about what we want, but he'll send somebody that you need though. They
Mm.
might not, they might not look like you wanted them to look. Like, oh yeah, well, I like short. Like the person that I got right now, this is what I needed. I didn't ask for it. It's what I needed. I'm used
Yep.
to a person having long hair. I'm used to people who having their own hair. I'm used to the people who having uh uh what I want to say. Natural, all of that stuff. The woman I'm with right now, she got short hair. She wear eyelashes. She do all of this stuff. Total opposite.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she cooks for me all the time without me having to ask. She cleans the house all the time without I don't even have to ask. And she don't even stay at my crib. I can clean too. I'll be cleaning, but if I'm like in the bed because I'm tired or whatever, she gets up and she cleans. This is stuff that I don't have to. This is stuff that makes relationships work. That you go
Yes.
find somebody who look good. Oh, my
Yes.
nails is my nail. I ain't doing that. I don't wash dishes. My nails, no, I ain't doing that. Oh no, don't touch my hair. Da, da, da. This is the person because
Mm.
of how beautiful she is. You want her that, but now you got to deal with that attitude though.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like, bro. You don't want to pick like that. But at the same time, the Bible says God will give you the desires of your heart, long as you seeking Him and keeping Him first. So if you seeking Him and you keeping Him first, then you ain't got to worry about what you gonna get because He gonna send what you ask for anyway.
Yep.
So you'll never have to worry about that because He'll already get you right. You'll be already
Mm-hmm.
square.
Yep.
Long as you doing that. But if you're not doing that and
So,
you just we just out and about, I done seen this chick. Oh yeah, she cold. She got a fat butt. Her chest is cold. She got, you know what I'm saying? Her skin is beautiful. This, and this. 10 times out of 10, I only picked her because I wanted to smash.
yep.
That's it. White too. And I hate this narrative, even though it was a strong narrative for a long time. If you
Yep.
black, you can pick any white girl because white girls are so desperate for black dudes. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that because that is
Yes.
not true.
Yes. They act
That is
like
not
that's the
true.
case. Oh my freaking yes,
That is
bro.
not
They
true
do
no
that
more.
all
It used to
the
be true
time.
when we was in
All the
school,
freaking
maybe.
time.
When we was in school, maybe. Now that is not true because
No, it's
them
not.
white girls look good,
No, it's
so
not.
they expect what it is.
Now okay, but I will say this, and I'm going to talking from my personal experience. I've seen a lot of white girls attract to me more so than black girls from time to time. I can't sit here and say all the time, but for the most part, it's been them coming at me being like, Josiah, boom, 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 like, I'm really liking you, I really want to, boom, 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 boom. And I'd be like, nah. I would be like, nah. And I think the main reason it wasn't so much because they were what they were, it's just I wasn't attracted. I wasn't attracted. It had nothing to do with you being boom, boom, boom. It had everything to be like, I'm just, no, it's not what I want. Going back to your point, BZ, it's not what I want, right? It's not what
Right.
I desire. It's not what I want.
Right.
But at that time, if I had dated some, absolutely. And maybe in dating some, I probably would have been like, sparks would have fly, and I would have been like, okay, this is the one for me. Thank you, God. You sent me a real one.
Right.
But the same as that time, I've been single, and I'm 25 years old. I've been single. I'm proud of this. I'm not even. And a lot of times, and here's the thing too. When you say things like this, people are like, "Oh, just like, uh, uh, come on, man, you gotta get in. You gotta know what it's like. You gotta have that experience. It's gonna be fun, boom, boom." But I'd rather be able to have it fun and have it in the moment I'm able to say me and you are married because we're doing it right by God. That's it. That's it. Doing it right by God, and it's more beautiful in the eyes of God doing it this way, and that is me marrying you. I get the idea of, well, you ain't gonna know until you try it. You gotta test it. People will say that all the time. They compare it to a car. You gotta test a car before you ever go right ahead and go there.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. I tell people that all the time when it comes to relationships. I
I
tell
get
people
that.
that all the time.
I get
I don't
that.
tell them from the sexual standpoint, but I tell them from the relationship standpoint because you know how people say you shouldn't shack
One
up with people and
thousand
stuff like
percent.
that. And I'm like, well, you say I shouldn't shack up with
One
them.
thousand
I
percent.
hear what you're saying, but then so you telling me that when I get married to this person, when they move into my house, these people don't clean, they don't keep their house clean or nothing. So I'm supposed to just start from scratch
Right.
right now? No, I need to
Yeah,
know a year
that's a
in
good point
advance to
too.
know what I'm about to get married into. I
That's a
need to
good
know if
point
they're a
too.
clean person or not, because at the end of the day, they don't show you that in a relationship because they want to show you the good side. So every time you go over there to
Hmm.
see them, the house is clean.
Hmm.
It's different when they just like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm used to you now. So now they showing the fact that they don't pick their clothes up. Their clothes is everywhere. They don't wash the dishes. They don't do nothing. So now when you see that, you like, oh, well, do I want to get married to this? Because that's who this person is. That's who this
Hmm.
person is. This is this them being clean at their house all the time, and then all of a sudden you like, dang, well, I thought you was clean. How's the house dirty? I was like, well, no, we married now, so let me show you the real me. No, nigga, I need you to show me the real you now, so I know for a fact if this is what it is. So that's why I get what people were saying when they like, no, you might want to try the sex out first because their sex is trash, and then you get married to them. Now y'all sex situation is poop. You just that I'll be like, yeah, that's a touchy situation because I'm like, to a point that I'm like, I see what you're saying, but then other thing I'm like, but God don't want me to do it, but God is saying He don't want you to do it because of how attached you get when sex is involved. That's why,
That's it.
because it's not just
That's
sex.
it.
You're transferring stuff back and forth from one another.
Yeah.
That's why
I've
they
heard
tell
it
you to
both
don't do
times.
that. Because
Both times.
because if you having sex with this person, then having sex with that person, then having sex with that person, then the soul tie to that one goes to the next one, then goes to the next one, then goes to the next one, and it keeps going. So that's why I'd rather just have
Yep.
sex with one person. So just
And
keep
then
that back
and
and
then
forth
your
with y'all.
mind's going, I want to go. I want to do it again.
Yeah, and now
No,
you
you
and
want to
now
do it
you
again. Now
acting
she want to do it with you again.
now you want to act like now you act in a certain way and you don't know why you acting like that. It's because of the person you was just with.
Yep.
Because and now you got to understand you're attached to them and the person that they just slept with, on top of what they just slept with, on top of what they just slept with. Yeah, it's
Yep.
it's a long situation. So it just makes more sense to just have sex with one person and just be with that. That's why it says that in the Bible, because
Yep.
that's a real thing. That's a real connection. That's where connections really, when two become one for real. It ain't just because y'all put the ring on the finger. It's the sexual act. When you do that, that person becomes one.
Yeah.
That you are them or that, and you can't block it. That's just what y'all is from here on out.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying. So, but people don't say that. People just, oh no, because God said. I'm like, well, no. Let me explain why God said it for you to
Yeah.
understand. Like, bro,
Yep.
because now you attached to the dude that she was just sleeping with before and all of this, and then you worry about why you acting crazy and why you doing this because you connected to 3, 4, 5
Hmm.
generations because she just won't stop sleeping with everybody.
And I'll add on this point. Say you are hypothetically. I hypothetically do go about it this way. People always encourage society. Go, you gotta go. You gotta go. I'm like, okay. Well, say I do go about it. That term people be categorizing. Oh, you're whipped. Oh, you P5. Boom, 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 boom.
That's what that is.
What if I become that then? Right?
No, you
I
will.
become that just by going and like I listen to my bro. Oh yeah, you right. All right, Josiah. I'm gonna have to go out here and hit this grub, boom, boom, because you know what I want to get out of her. And so I go out here and get that out of her. Next thing I know, I'm like, I want to do that again.
Yeah.
I start to develop this even more of having an addictive personality, and it doesn't help already that
It's a
I've been
it's
trying
a
to.
yeah, it's a
Yeah, go
lust
ahead.
for the girl. It's a lust
There
for the
you
woman.
go.
But that's
There you
why you
go.
only have it with your wife, or you can be in a lustful with your wife, because that's what it is supposed to do. You connect
Right,
with
but to your
somebody,
point,
you're supposed to be lustful at that person. That's what it's all about. That's why it's
but to
like
your
you can't do that with
yeah,
everybody.
but to your point, BZ, when you're doing it to the point where it's getting to the point of oh, I gotta go with this chick, I go with that chick, and I'm going around this chick and that chick, and the attachment issues, right? The soul ties.
But it's not an
Now,
attachment
now
issue.
it's huh?
It's not an attachment issue.
No, not okay. No, not when it comes to doing to just doing it towards just one person. I mean, sorry, for multiple different people. But if it's one person, that's different. But if it's more than one person and you're doing it, then it's getting to the point where now I'm more reckless with it. Now I'm more like I'm utilizing it out of my own because I don't know how to maintain my self control. The point you're making is if I go about it in the way I go about it, just by no God involved, then of course it's going to mess up. Then of course it's not going to flow in the right direction. Reason being is because God isn't for it. God was never for that. Could God help me out? Maybe say somewhere down the line if I called on him about it and boom boom boom, even if it was in a perfect situation, maybe. But then again, I don't know. I don't know if he'll be all for that. Me personally, again, I think the best option for me to go about it is marrying the woman he has designed for me.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Period. Period.
That's what you do. But even
And
when
that's
you
the
get
person in
married
my
to the
house
person that's designed for you still lusted for other people.
for sure.
That's the problem.
That is a problem. I completely agree.
Yeah,
This is
that's the problem.
real.
You
It's a
got
real
marriage
thing.
people who cheating on each other all the time. But they're not cheating on each other because they like the other person. They cheating on each other because sexting got boring with the person that they're with. That's
Yep.
why people tell you to have sex before you get married because they know if the sex is going to be boring or not. That's why people be saying, well, it makes sense. And I'm like, you kind of got a point, but at the same time, for what I know, I just don't want to. But they have a strong point. Because if you hook up with somebody who only knows how to do missionary, but your mindset is, oh well, I want to do it from the back and this and this, then you stuck with somebody who don't do nothing that you want, but you married them, so you ain't got a choice. But to sit there and accept it and be like, oh shoot, man, why did I accept this? Because their sex ain't good. Now what?
Oh boy.
Now what? That's what I'm saying. That's a different situation. That's what I'm saying. That's why people be saying what they be saying. And sometimes it be like, that don't make sense. But sometimes it be like, man, no, you got a freaking point. Yeah. And then what you
Mm.
do then? Now you lusting after other people because you see, you might have seen it on porn sites, you might have seen it on Instagram, you might have seen it on whatever, on all these different positions that you want to do with your woman, but she don't want to do it. But you don't find this out until marriage night. Oh, I'm not doing
That's
that. I ain't never doing that.
crazy.
I ain't never doing that. So if she ain't never doing that and you ain't leaving because y'all just got married, what you gonna do now? Now you lusting after another person that will do it.
Because she might be willing to do it with you.
Exactly. Now what?
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's why it's a touchy situation. That's why it's just like, yeah.
Josiah, I hear you, Josiah.
That's why
I hear
when
you.
people be
You
saying that,
know,
that's why when people be saying that, I'll be like, man, y'all got a point. I'm still trying to do it the right way though, but y'all got a point.
right, 1,000%. I think it's because again, I have guys like you. They are praise God for friends like you and Rail and Abby for that time when I needed like to be told, hey, sorry, it's okay to be what you are. It's okay. And at that time, when it was because of you guys encouraged me on being there, I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm good. But then when there were times where I wasn't with you guys and I was all alone and I'm in isolation and I'm also having these thoughts racing through my dang on head and blah 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 and then the insecurities come around and oh it's because of this reason that you ain't give it this blah 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 or is it because of that? So you always have these questions in the back of your head. And then at that moment in time, that's the devil fooling with you. That's the enemy coming into your mind, like letting you know, like, hey, you might be a loser for real. But God's like, no, you're not a loser. You're a winner in my book. You're going to succeed. But the thing is, you need to dwell in the spirit, man, not your flesh.
But
The problem is we keep dwelling in our flesh. Oh, I won. I should get this. I deserve this. Do you really deserve it? Mm. And it's like it's a valuable thing. To your point, it is a very touchy subject because it could go either way. But I because I love God so much, bro. I just want to please. I want to please Him the
right,
best way I can. Right? Not sitting there saying I'm gonna do it perfectly, the greatest way. Boom, boom, boom. But it's more of like hey, you probably gonna hit me with another gym, and that's fine. But what I'm trying to get at is I want to do it in a way where I feel my house is in order, right? Where I feel there is structure, not something that's broken, not something that's cracked underneath, whatever the case may be. I don't want that. I don't want that because again, it's going to be some more hills and valleys for me to go right here and try to overcome, which is life. That's part of life. You have to start. You have to constantly
right.
overcome hills and valleys. I get all that,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want to get to the point where it's so all over the place and it's so messed up, and my mind is just so not good. I don't know how to handle it because here's the thing too and I'm not sitting there saying I would do this. Me personally, I would never, not, no, nah. I'm too guarded in my faith for me to even enact on this choice or decision. There's people that have literally killed themselves over a woman,
It's a
over the
fact.
idea of no longer having sex. There's a rapper that did it. I'm not gonna name his name, but I know about the rapper, and he committed suicide all because him and his girl have fallen out. I'm like, dang, what happened? Was it really that good? Like, I'm like, in my back of my mind, I'm thinking of these things. I'm like, wow.
But is it because
I'm
of that
like,
though?
if it's gonna be like that, I don't want to freaking go there.
But
You know
is
what I'm
it
saying? You know what I mean?
is it because of that though?
I
That's
would
the
say,
question. Because I'm like,
good
if
question. I
if
think
me,
part of it
I
is,
would.
I think part of it is, but it also could be you just not you don't believe in God. So your mind, you probably feel like, well, I've lost the world. I don't the world doesn't necessarily need me. So you made it selfishly for you.
I've been in two relationships like that. I wasn't on no suicide alert, but I definitely was ready to give up on everything because I lost them. It's been like that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely been in that category before. But that's what real
Right.
love feel like for real. When you don't want to lose a person. That's what it look like. That's what it feel like. That's like people don't know what love feel like until they feel that.
Mm.
Same way as you feel like God left you. That's what it feel like. Same way. Even though they're not God, but it feels like when they literally is like, no, we're not together no more.
That's deep.
And you've been with him for 5 years or 6 years or something like that, and y'all didn't share so much. Y'all done been in Disney World together. Y'all done been in Chicago. Y'all done been in all different places, all this stuff together, and then all of a sudden y'all just all of a sudden split up. That ain't no easy breakup. That you like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do. I remember when the bro called when the situation happened with him and his wife. He called my phone in tears.
Yeah.
If he didn't care, he wouldn't have been crying. That's different.
Yeah.
That's a different situation. When somebody
Yeah.
got you crying for real, it's when you pouring out your heart. This ain't got nothing to do with God. It's just you pouring out your heart,
Yeah.
and just
God be
like man,
human.
and just all of a sudden, just it's something went left, and then dang,
Yeah.
that jungle, man, and then you just ready to
Yeah,
give up
bro.
on everything. Oh, I don't never want to talk to another woman or another man again. I don't ever want to. It's automatic
Crazy.
because you don't want that feeling again, and now you feel that everybody that you talk to is gonna put you in that same predicament.
Yeah.
Yep,
That's
different.
what they mean when they say like going through heartbreak and things like that.
Yeah,
Like that ain't just no cliche. Oh, you just see that all the time in TV shows and movies. That's a real thing.
yeah. People don't know. People don't know the heartbreak. People don't know love for real until they got their heart broke. You'll
Mm.
know what it is then.
Yeah.
You'll know what it is then. That's
Crazy.
and back to the sexual part. I feel if anybody's doing that type of action, I think me personally, before the action even happens, they need to make sure that they have enough money just have enough money just in case things go left. If this person gets pregnant or whatever, are you established to take care of the situation? If you are, go ahead and do what you do. Do what
Right.
you do. That's why I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, well, you should wait. I'm like, no, if you can afford it, be my guest. Be my
Hmm.
guest. If you can afford it, and I'm talking about all things, affording raising a kid or affording the child support. If you can afford it, don't do it. That's what you want. Accept the responsibility. Are you willing to accept the responsibility? And even if they don't get pregnant, the fact of the matter is that you're already prepared. Go ahead, do what you do. But if you're not
Hmm.
prepared, don't even bother laying down. Because
Yeah.
then it's going to shock you. And all of a sudden, you're over trying to find Plan B pills and all this stuff. I'm like, nah, now you're on some murder type stuff. Chill, bro. You're doing too much. You should have thought about that before you even laid on your back, bro. Stop trying to put everybody's life in jeopardy because your hormones is going crazy. Like, calm down. And that's why I be
Yeah,
telling
bro.
people, I be
That's
like, bro, if you can
crazy.
afford it, I'm talking about the whole thing, the whole 18 years. If they
That's
hit you in the court
insane.
and tell you got to pay this much a month, can you afford it? If you,
Mm.
yeah, I can afford it.
Yeah.
All right, well then go ahead and sleep with her. Why I look like telling you not to? I'm
Hmm.
just saying, if things go left and she like, I don't want to be with you no more, and she carrying for 9 months, trust me, somebody about to be knocking at your door. Or y'all stay together, and then you can afford it. So you the diapers, all of that stuff, everything you can afford it.
Yeah.
You good. So then go. If you can afford it, do what you want. You can't afford it. Stop playing.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people that's where they get messed up at is they can't afford it. So when a baby all of a sudden pop up, that's why the mom and the dads or your grandmas and the granddads is like, man, you done had a baby with a deadbeat. The reason why they said that is because that dude didn't have no job or that girl didn't have no job this whole time. So why was y'all even doing adult stuff and you ain't even got an adult mindset?
Yeah.
Now you forcing the whole family to have to help raise a kid that had nothing to do with them.
Yep. That's a fact.
Yeah. Grandma, she's 65, 70 years old. Now she got to raise your kid. She ain't want to do that. She already raised you.
Mm.
But they think that's all a part of the package deal. Oh, that's my girl, so I got to smash. Who told you that?
Yeah.
That stuff
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
weird.
This is true.
That stuff is
This is
weird.
true.
It
This
just
is
comes with the
true.
relationship. You just gotta let me smash. I'm like,
You gotta let me
no,
go. Let me go.
no, that ain't
Let
the
me
truth.
go.
That's
No,
crazy.
I'm in complete agreement. That's why I'm like, and I've even told this to some of my friends. They're like, just like you lame, bro. Like you so lame. I'm like, no, like y'all don't understand. Like I'm quiet as kept. I'm low key smarter than you niggas. Like what you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, oh, you want to give it a girl, and you mean to tell me that you give it to your girl, and you ain't gonna try to hit it at one point in time? I'm like, no, I
If
want
it's
to
my
marry
girl,
you.
I could pretty much do it whenever I want to. So why
I
do I
want
gotta
to,
rush it?
and busy, and that part number one, that part two,
What I gotta
that part
rush
two.
it for?
But
It's my girl.
also,
She ain't going nowhere.
facts. She with me. What you mean? She loves me, bro, and I love
Yeah,
her.
she ain't
We
going
if we
nowhere.
stop and hop on now, that's on me. That's between me and her. But if she values me enough, and I value her enough, matter of fact, it's more honoring towards the woman than it is towards us. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, well,
We too frisky with it. We like nah, give it.
yeah.
And it's like no, like you don't need to always be that way, right? Like pause. But the reason why I this is my reason. And I can detail trauma, I can detail tragedy, I can detail whatever. But I'm gonna just narrow it to this. I've seen a lot of it happen to my family.
Mm,
A lot of it happen to my family. No marriage, no putting the rings on a finger. And then you got your mother and you know what I'm saying, and your auntie, you know what I'm saying, who went there without marriage, without no ring on the finger. I'm just keeping it real.
mm,
And your mother is telling you don't make the same choices or same decisions that I made.
mm-hmm,
Make better ones. That's always going to stick with you in your heart.
mm-hmm.
I don't care how many times my brother is clowning me. I don't care how many times my cousins may clown me. I don't care if I, you know, one of these, like, I used to get asked all the time, and it used to bother me so much because I'd be like, bro, stop calling them that. I don't like I don't like women being told in derogatory terms. Oh, Josiah, where the hoes at? Where the hoes at? Get the hoes? Where the hoes at, bro? Come on, man.
I'll be saying in
What's
your
this party? Where the hoes at?
pants and
Bro,
your drawers. That's what I've been telling.
yeah, right. Man, you don't hit some, man. Bro, come on, sorry, man. Tell me what was like in high school. Man, tell me what was like in college, man. You got your hoes. Can't stand that. With a freaking passion. Why? Because I don't like referring to women like that. Even if some women come across to be that way. I'm not. I've never been that guy. I'm just being honest. I've never been that guy. I've never even been the guy that can call a woman the B word. No. If I say it to you though, it's probably because of my anger and I have to repent for that. But other than that, I don't like calling women like that. I don't like women. I'm just being honest, BZ. It's just not me. It's never
I've
been
never
me.
called a woman that ever in my life.
Thank God for that. But we live in a society where like, man, I'm not gonna name names again. I've been told, man, they are that. No, they're not.
Yeah,
No, they're not.
yeah, I would
The
never.
reason you keep saying that is because the B word translates to female dog.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a fact.
cool. I give you that. I will give you that. But I don't want to call my girl no dog, bro.
That's a
I
fact.
don't.
Even though her friends
I'm not
call her
calling
that,
her
and
no
she
dang
accepted.
dog, no ostrich, no
Even,
bird, no
even,
nothing.
even though her friends call her that, and she accepts it.
They do.
That's the bad part. That's the reason why
They do.
I ain't no need
And
for
I'm
me to
like,
call you that.
why?
You already got your friends calling you that. What are they gonna call you that for?
Right.
Weird.
Why me call you that?
Just
Come
sitting there
here.
and
Hey,
accepted
this
that.
my itch. This my itch.
Yeah, I hate that. I can't stand it.
Grow up.
I can't like that. I don't like that at all.
Me neither.
I don't even
I've
like.
never
I
been a
don't
fan
even
of
like when women call these. I don't like when women call themselves bro. I'm like, no, bro, that is not it.
that.
That ain't nothing cute about you calling your girl bro. That's your girlfriend. Like your best friend is a girl. You call her bro. Like, bro, stop trying to talk like us. Run your own slang.
You know who did that?
Women do that junk is
But
terrible. I can't
we looked at
stand it.
her as Sisto.
Who?
You know who used to do that? Who used to do that? But we looked at her as Sisto.
Who? Ebony?
Yeah.
Yeah, she do. But that's because she talk like us. That's why.
Right.
When you around
Right.
people who say that all the time, then of course it's gonna rub off and say that. Like, yeah, when I was saying move around, bro. Not everybody around here say move around, bro. Everybody
Facts.
say it, but that's because you around it, and it's you get attached to it because you hear it all the time. Ebony wasn't saying
Yes.
that until she got on the joint with us. Then she started talking like us. Yeah, I'm like, man, well, you talking to somebody every single day and they saying that and they sound like that, it
Yes.
just rubs off.
Facts.
Yeah, but that B word ain't never gonna rub off on me, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
I can't stand it with passion. But
That
we
joint
live in a society
weird.
where a lot of black people will be like, nah, say that.
I
Nah,
said that. I said that in
call
an
her a
Uber
hoe.
trip before
Call
when
her this. Call her a trick.
yeah,
Call her a thought.
I
I'm like, no.
I said
Why?
that on an Uber trip before when it was the two girls in the back and they was on the phone calling each other that. I was like, why y'all even call yourself that? What do you mean? I'm like, why would you call yourself that? But then as soon as a dude do it, y'all ready to fight. That don't make sense. Like, bro, you just like, bro, that's not a cute word to even be saying amongst each other, let alone having a dude say it. But bro, come on. I'm like, all right, man. Like, y'all got it. Y'all young generation is crazy. I tell you that. But then I see older black women that be doing the same thing, and I just be like, this ain't
Yes.
even a younger generation. They got it from y'all.
It's toxic, bro. It's toxic. It's
Like,
toxic, man. It's
weird,
toxic.
bro. I hate it.
It is weird.
I hate
It
it.
is. It is. But that's why again I value relationships when God is at the center of it. Period.
Yeah.
Period. He has to orchestrate it. He has to direct it. Yes, I will go far and say yes, he has to direct it. Yes. Yes. Because if I do or she does, one way or another, it's not probably going to work 9 times out of 10.
On what? We talking about?
And I'll go as far as say this: last year, Beezy knows this because I told him before. I had a girl I met
Yeah.
watching the movie Sinners,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah. Facts. Yeah.
Yeah, we watching the movie Sinners. We was chatting in between watching the film. Boom, boom. She was cool. I thought she was cute. You know what I'm saying? She was checking me out. You know, boom, boom. All right, cool. Get done with watching the film. I being weird. I just asked her out of nowhere. I said, "Hey, yo, I mean, like, I mean, I don't mean to be sound weird or anything like that, but like, you know, would you mind giving me a ride, you know, to my house? Boom, boom. I don't know what made me ask the question. I just asked the question. Make a long story short, we get to know each other in the car. We ask each other about music, talk about our beliefs. We talking about this, we talking about that. Just all kinds of different things to talk about. And before I knew it, she told me like, yo, like, I like you. I said, okay, I like you too. And she's like, well, I don't have a mean guy friend, so you want boom boom. So she kind of like put me in the friend zone, low key. Low key, she put me in the friend zone. she did. She did. She put me in the friend zone. I can hold it.
Oh
I'm like,
my
oh,
gosh.
here we go. Friend zone.
The
All right,
friend
I've been here before.
zone.
Boom, boom, side, play it cool, Don't, you know, blah, blah, blah. Cool. So it's happening. Then we go on somewhat of kind of like our unannounced date. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. I went ahead and
The
checked out. I told
friend
her
zone.
spot, moved out, boom, boom. Went and got some frozen yogurt. Make a long story short, busy. The day went great. It was awesome. We had a good time. Went shopping for a little bit. Got some E at Bebop. And then we come back home, and one thing led to another. It wasn't like no kissing or anything like that. Boom, boom. But your boy kind of like feeling like, oh, low key, she feeling me for real. She feeling me. She feeling me. You know what I'm saying? I leave out the game. I'm not gonna lie. I leave out the car getting a kiss on my cheek, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. All right. Days go by. We don't call. We don't text. I'm calling. I'm texting. I'm trying to see what's going on. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching it. And what made it worse too, you know that TV show on Netflix called Forever? You ever
Oh, I
seen
love
Forever?
that show. I love that. I love that joint. I love that joint. When I seen it,
I
I was like,
did
this is
watch
so
that
cute.
whole show in my feelings. Cause I'm like, yo, she even freaking called me. I'm watching this show, seeing an old girl and dude right here. Boom, boom. I'm like, man, that should be me. I was
That's
like Dolph Ziggler.
hilarious.
It should have been me. It
Right.
should have been me. Right? That's how I felt.
That's hilarious, bro. Good
But my
analogy,
point
though.
is, and we hang out with each other, and then eventually again we just went separate ways. But my point is, no shade towards that girl, no hate towards that girl. If anything, I still got still like her, still cool with her, boom boom. But it was made clear to me God was probably saying this is not the one for you. That's why she's being kept away from you, right?
That's what you think? you
Okay.
know, you
Yes.
know, Beezy be
Yes.
on the
And
other
here's why.
side.
Yes, and here's why. Yes, and here's why.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this one reason, and BZ, and you can't tell me I'm wrong for saying this.
Okay.
The Bible says, listen, it's God's word, okay?
Okay, go
It
ahead.
says when you, I'm paraphrasing the scripture, but basically like the idea of being unequally yoked,
All right.
right? I'm Christian, she's Muslim,
Okay.
right? It
Yeah.
ain't gonna work. It wasn't gonna work because I remember, and I kid you
I
not,
remember you
bro.
say right.
I kid you not. We talked about our beliefs. I
Mm-hmm.
told her my beliefs were. She told me what her beliefs were.
Right.
And she was coming at me asking questions.
Right.
Great, smooth, well orchestrated questions. Matter of fact, I wasn't even like scripting her. I was just telling her straight up what it was and what it wasn't.
Right.
And she respected it. And as a matter of fact, she was leaning towards it too. But when you're inscribed in your faith and all your faith is what you know, all you've been taught is what you know, it's hard to get a person to be like, man, I'm going to swing onto your side.
Right.
Especially when you barely even know who I am, and I barely even know who you are.
Right.
See? That's the reason I don't believe it worked out. And I think to agree too, I think mentally she wasn't, I'm not going to speak too much about her, but my point was I don't think she was ready. I don't think she was fully ready to be like,
This
I
was
want to
you was in
be
college.
your
Was
side.
you in college at this time?
No, I was home.
Okay.
I was
All right.
here, and also too, I was working at Kroger's and things like that.
Okay.
But yeah, what do you think, man?
I like the what you said about her. Like for sure. I think definitely she might not have been ready. I like the fact that okay, she was Muslim, so yeah, that makes total sense as well. But
Mm-hmm.
also on top of that, you stay with your mom. You shouldn't be trying to date nobody. So if she was ready, if she was ready to do anything, you couldn't. You ain't got your own car. You ain't got no license. You ain't even set up to do none of that. So of course,
Yeah,
so this had nothing to do. You can look at it and be like, yeah, it's her, but you
that's
got
a
to look at
fact.
it as well and be like,
That's a
but I
fact.
wasn't gonna be able to take care of her if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Like no,
This is,
so
no, no,
nobody
no.
was ready.
And you know what? As much as it stings, and you're hitting me with haymakers right now, bro. Left and right. Low key, you're right.
Yeah, nobody was ready.
And,
But
and the
that's for
main reason,
anybody. That ain't just. I
and
mean, that's just a situation that you just brought up. But that's for anybody.
1,000%.
If anybody is
Women
trying to
are great.
date somebody and trying to court another, you know what I'm saying? You trying to court a woman where
Yeah,
you ain't got your own crib, you ain't got a car. These
yeah,
women at the end of the day, they'll use you for the money to go to the movies right now. Yeah, because that's what you got. But at the same time, I'm trying to find a man that already got a car that could pick me up. I'm trying to find a man that where we go kick it and watch movies, we can go to his house after it's over. If you ain't got none of that, then what we got? We just high school sweethearts at this point. We ain't doing nothing.
I mean, grown on
and
top of that
and
too.
and that's what I'm saying. So that's when sex can easily linger in because we ain't doing nothing else. What else are we doing? We just going to the
Mm,
movies and talking. We might as well
mm,
add something else to the situation. So let's bring sex
mm.
involved. Yeah, if sex ain't involved in the
You,
situation, then you
you,
just like, yeah, well,
you goofy.
we just here. We just here. What we doing? And I'm like, yeah, well, you really not doing nothing because sexually you're not doing nothing. You can't afford to
Mm-mm.
take her where she want. You can't take her out of town. You can't afford to get no hotel room. You can't do all. And if you get in a
Mm,
hotel room, what you get in a hotel room for? For sex.
mm,
That's what you was getting a
mm-hmm,
hotel room for. So
mm-hmm.
if you already, and that's what I said. What I said at the beginning. Be prepared for the situation. If you can't have sex with her in your own crib, you shouldn't be having sex with her. Period. It's different if you at your own crib because apparently you got enough money to pay the bills, and if a baby is involved, you can pay for the baby. If you ain't got enough money to do that, then you shouldn't be opening your legs for nobody.
The point is preparation is key
Exactly.
over being able to say I can. It's not a matter
Yeah.
of you saying you can. Now, I'm saying you will. We all can, and we all will be able
Yeah.
to get around to that,
It's
especially
just
with
you.
those
It's if you in
who are
position.
physically integral with being able to have that happen with us. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and it's
But
the easiest thing to do. You can
it's
have
not.
sex at a
Yes,
park. You can have sex in a car. You can have sex on a
that's the part
bus.
that's
You can have
crazy,
sex
bro.
in a movie theater. You can have sex. I didn't have sex at all these things that I just named. I had sex at a movie theater before. I done had sex at a park before. I done had
BZ
sex
keep it
at a
real with you
Walmart
guys.
parking
Y'all,
lot.
y'all here for the content.
Yeah, I done had sex at a Walmart parking lot. I done had sex everywhere. I done had sex many a time. But if a baby was involved, I was able to afford it. I was able to do all of that. I was prepared for the mishap if the mishap happened. But at the same time, why? You know what I'm saying? At the same time, why are you doing that? But in my mind, it's like, well, I can prepare for. But God is just like, not no to the sex. It's just like no because she's not the one for it. She
Mm,
ain't the one. She ain't the one.
mm,
Because at the end of the day, all you giving her is sex because she's still not giving you what you asking. She won't cook you no food. She's not cleaning. She ain't helping with the bills. No nothing. So you literally just having sex with her just to have sex with her because literally she's not your partner because she ain't helping you with nothing else.
yeah.
It's different if she helping you with cooking, cleaning, uh if you need a help with buying a car, she help you buy a car, all of this stuff. Y'all both pray together, y'all both do all of this stuff together. That's a different situation compared to somebody who don't do nothing for you, but you just having sex with them.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, so no. Yeah, so my fault, y'all. I went left, but I mean, sex can be done anywhere, and that's what I'm saying. Sex can be done anywhere, so that's not. Oh shoot, you had sex with her, bro. Anybody could do that. That's easy. That's
Mm,
easy. That's easy. But that's why everybody be jacked up. That's why everybody's soul ties be all jacked up because 13, 14, 15-year-olds can have sex in high school, in the
mm,
building, on the school bus, all of this stuff. Like all this stuff that grown-ups do, since grown-ups allowed the kids to be a part of the adult world, that's why it's here. And the reason why I say that is because y'all grown-ups allowed y'all kids to be raised by the tablet and the TV. That's why.
mm,
Because if the kids would have never seen that it was possible to have sex at school and stuff, they would have never had sex at school and stuff.
mm.
That's just a little bit for the adults who just feel that they just do whatever they want and they wonder why their kids be talking back and being disobedient. That's why. Because y'all don't raise them right. So
Yeah.
that's a shot, a big shot right at y'all. Hope it hits you right in the face. Yeah. Your kid is out here acting wild and crazy. Your kid is 14, 15 years old with a baby, and all they're doing is looking up to their mother or their father.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't
Mm-hmm.
be mad. Then they had, but when you have this baby at 15, didn't you have yours at 17, 16? And you
Hmm.
didn't tell her not to. You showed her that it was
Yeah.
still cool to make it happen, which is a good thing because you like, yo, well, I have a baby at 15, but I was capable of standing on my toes. You see, I got 2 jobs. I'm doing this, this, and this. But you
Yeah.
also hear your mom complaining about the bills and stuff that she got to pay for. And now she got to pay for yours because you only 15. Them is the ones that lose subscribers. Oh yeah, well, he's talking about the. Well, hey, it is what it is. You just know that life was better when you was capable of doing whatever you want to at 16 instead of going to the store and buy diapers at 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. Salute to the Cabbage Patch Kids and all the little toys that had all the little toys that all the little babies that the little baby dolls that came out that could use the bathroom on their own that y'all gave the kids when they was 10 and 11 so they felt that they was able to raise a real kid because you let them raise a little baby doll. Salute to y'all.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, salute to y'all because y'all started it. You don't hear the guys. The guys ain't got nothing but tow trucks. We ain't got nothing but tow
we
trucks,
got we
race
got the
cars,
Hot Wheels and stuff.
Hot Wheels, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, that's what we got. We ain't got no sexual situations that make us grow up faster. No. But the little kids did. They got doll babies that throw up, spit up, and use the bathroom at 7 years old. But get mad at us when oh well true. Well, you shouldn't have had sex with her. Listen. And this is I'm done with the subject after this. Cause me and Ray was talking about it the other day. Me and Ray was talking about it the other day. Women kill
You
me,
already
and
said it was.
y'all gonna be upset with this. But women kill me talking about, oh well, it takes two sides. It do. I'm in agreement, 1,000%. But this is the two sides. One person offers and the other person opens.
Mm,
That's it. Whoever opens, this is the reason why we're doing it. because the person opened. All I did was ask, yo, can I get keys to the house? You say yes or no. If you say no, I can't get into the house except what, Josiah? If I knock the door down, which turns into rape, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, at the end of the day, that's what it turns into. If I come and knock the door down, then I'm in the house illegally. This is not my crib. I was not told, mommy
You
or
basically
somebody,
violated.
they
You
never gave me
violated.
the keys.
You violated.
Right. They never gave me the keys to come into this house.
I stole basically.
So
You
I
basically
just
you
kicked the
stole.
door in and came in the house
Yep.
on my own terms.
Yep.
Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So y'all put that where that need to be at, because that I'm just saying that's what happens. But if I get the key to freely come in, do not say that it's the guy's fault. Don't say that. Please don't.
Yeah.
You can't.
No, it was more so like yours because you decided to go right here and go there in the first place. You
Exactly.
could have said yeah. You could have said no. You could have
Yeah.
said no. It's
You
all
could have
about
said no.
it's all about temptation. If you give in, it's like when a person watches porn, you can choose to decide whether or not you want to masturbate or you don't want to masturbate. Either way, you're still caught up in lust because
Yeah,
you're looking at it. Like
exactly.
Jesus Christ said it best: if a man or a woman looks at someone, lust with their heart, you know what I'm saying, they have already committed adultery.
Already.
You said you already committed adultery within your heart. What was he saying? He said you've already committed lust in your heart towards that. You've lusted after that. You didn't love them. You just wanted what you can get out of that, and that's why it's just not. It's all over the place. But to your point, BZ, it is a two-way street, and there's women that hold towards that double standard thing all the time. It's always the double standard, right? Oh, okay, well, boom, 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 this and that, third. Yeah, but at the same as that time, it takes two to tango. To be his point, it takes two to tango.
It definitely
It
does.
takes one. It takes one person to say yes, the other person to say yes, the other person to go right here and say I'm gonna give, the other person to say I'm gonna give in. So you have to be able
That's
to
the
say
tangle.
that.
Right.
Boom.
That's
That's the
the
overall
tangle.
takeaway.
That's the tangle. I asked to do it, you say yes, we're both tangling. If I ask and you say no, we're not tangling.
No.
It's called something else. It's not called tangling. Because now something is being forced in a situation that's not supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Like, yeah, it takes two. I get that. It's a two-way street. It definitely is a two-way street. But at the same time, if you allowed that person to come in, make sure that you have a lock on the door, which is called protection.
Hmm.
You don't have a lock on the door, then whatever happens in here, do not blame that guy, because this is the thing. This is what I'm gonna say. At the end of the day, he didn't prove. Like, look at the look. He don't got a job.
BZ, someone. Oh, you went out of your phone. Can't hear you, bro.
You know that he don't got nothing to show for, but yet you laid with him like you did. And
Yeah.
then if there's a baby involved, now you're expecting this man to pay for this, this, and this. When Josiah, the nigga. So when we look at both sides, can we admit that you laid with a deadbeat? Why don't you say that?
Hmm.
And even when you say, oh, he a deadbeat, remember, make sure you remember this. This is key. Remember, he was a deadbeat before he laid down. You knew it, and you did it
Hmm.
anyway.
Hmm.
That's why it's your fault. That's not just his fault.
Matter of fact.
Because if
Matter
he,
of fact. Matter
because
of fact. Matter
if
of
he's
fact.
not coming to the table with no trophy, if he's not coming to the table with nothing, and you lay
Hmm.
with him anyway, you can't swing that on him. He was already a bum from the gate.
Yep. And I'm gonna just add this. And this is kind of like on topic, but it's a little off topic too. I sent BZ a video about a couple of days ago, you guys. And in the video, it was from I think the name is Tony Confessions. It's Tony something. I forget what it is. It's from this YouTuber, and it's like these group of people who get around, and people come around them, and they ask questions towards the people who are doing the podcasting.
Yep.
And um, this girl had a comment. At the time, I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm like, all right, but I didn't really listen to what she was trying to say. But she said it like this: she and her man are married. They doing anything, boom, 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 this, that, third. I'm pretty sure they done, went there, whatever case may be. And she's like, he got money to provide for her. He's paying for her house. He's paying for income. He's doing all this stuff like that. He got everything. He's paying for child. I don't know about child support, but he's basically he's covering her, right?
Yeah.
And she require but in her mind, she's requiring the man to be more ambitious. And I remember thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she said, I want her man. She want her man to be more ambitious. Now, if she's referring to a goal in terms of like what he needs to do, okay, then maybe you should have said that outright. How more ambitious can you be by already covering the rent on the house, the mortgage, she's covering your bills, and you're saying he needs to be more ambitious?
Mm-hmm. That's what she said.
Like,
that's what she said. But that's the women that we have. That's the women that that's the women of the new generation. They want more. The woman can make $250,000 a year and still expect the man to pay for everything. Like she don't make $250,000 a year. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
That don't make no sense. And partnership, this is partnership. Me and Josiah runs this podcast together, even though it's on my page. When we start the WWE talk on our page and we create one page, it's me, Josiah, and Larry. Whatever I put in is the same amount as Larry put in. It's the same amount as Josiah put in. So at the end of the day, it's split 3 ways. That's how partnership works. It ain't no, okay, well, me and Josiah talk the most, so we get the most. You will look at it like that because Larry's not here. But that's not how partnership works. If Larry's not available on the time that we're doing, that doesn't mean that Larry ain't behind the scenes making stuff happen, because when Larry comes on the screen, he says a whole bunch of valid points that matter in the conversation. So you can't just eliminate that.
And by the way, just so we're also clear about that, it's not like they're not like him and Beezy are not tapped in doing other things. They just did a song together. They just came out like literally Valentine's Day. So if you guys want to be able to see how more Larry can put in, check out the music side.
Exactly.
This also in turn also for you go right here and fall right there and there.
It's different because me and Josiah is free and available when Larry's at work. When Larry gets off of work is when Josiah is either going into work or I'm just getting off and I'm picking my lady up. So it's a different situation. Right. But we're talking about partnership. So when it goes back to that woman that we were talking about, at the end of the day, if you this is what I was telling Rail. Like when you get married to a person, all the income that comes into the house becomes one income in the house. So let's say Josiah is bringing in $500 a week, and the person he's married to brings in $3,000. Then guess what? They make $3,500 a week.
Right.
It's not Josiah makes 500 and his wife makes 3,000. It's their money together. It's in the same pot.
Literally.
It turns into a problem when y'all start saying, well, no, that's my money, and then that's my money. Then if y'all start speaking like that, that is not a partnership. Y'all should have never got married. Because you over here worried about who brought in what amount of money. Guess what? Without Josiah, you wouldn't have had $3,500 in the pot. Without her, Josiah wouldn't have $3,500 in the pot. Think about it. You only brought $300 you only brought $3,000 to the pot. Why is it $3,500 in there? Because Josiah's money is in there as well. Partnership.
And you know what's funny though? You're saying that, and I have a feeling like even with that being the case, I might still have to have an argument with my girl over that. The main reason being is because I'm going to be misguided and not knowing about that in the moment. Keep in mind what I just said there. The moment. If I'm getting upset for whatever reason, it don't even gotta be beyond. It don't even gotta be because of that topic. It could be for another topic. Right. And I just happen to bring that topic up, and then in hindsight, I'll look back on that and be like, nigga, why are you arguing over that? There was no reason for you to argue over that. You and her share the same thing. So if you guys share the same thing, why would you then argue over what's already been shared? It's not like anything that was separated. It's not like I did, okay, the only way for that to work is if I go, I make more than you make less than I do.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can say I'm contributing towards what I provide. Other than that, if we're on the same wavelength, there's no reason for me and you to be arguing. It's just stupid at that point.
Right.
Absolutely garbage.
Yeah, it don't make sense. That's why
No.
partnership is key, and that stuff needs to be addressed early. If I know that my woman makes more than me, then she makes more than me. And I'm gonna let her know that this is how much I bring to the table. Now, if she wants to be with somebody who makes more than me, we need to go ahead and shut this down now. Because what I'm not gonna do is work super hard to make more money because that's what she wants. That's a lot. That's gonna make me not be in the house as much to take care of things that I need to take care of in the house, which is my wife. If I got kids, my kids, all of that. Because she want me to have 3 jobs because she want me to match her income. No, just because you chose to be a doctor and I chose to be an Uber driver. Like, come on, bro. Like, no, you want to do that. So that's what you chose to do. If you don't want to, oh, no, I think my man needs to be on the same level as me, then I think you need to find you another man there. Because what I'm not going to do is
Oh
bend
my
over backwards.
gosh.
Yeah, I'm not bending over backwards. Especially because I already bring everything else to the table. I cook I cook. I clean. I take you wherever you want to go. I buy you things that you want. I buy you things that you need. I do all of this stuff without hesitation. But now since I don't make as much as you, this don't work. Then let me dip and find somebody else that I appreciate what I bring to the table. Because I'm not won't be bringing in millions, especially if you already got millions anyway. Why I gotta bring it in if you got it? That don't make sense. Why do I gotta make $1 million if you already make $1 million? What? That don't even make sense. Like, bro, that's what I be saying. Like, sometimes people be in situations that they put themselves in because they're not paying attention to their partner. If your partner is a person who is greedy with the money, you better make sure that you have the money. And if you don't, make sure you acknowledge that early. Like, yo, I see that you real big on wanting to go places all the time and do all of that, but I ain't got money like that. So if you're gonna try to make me work another job, then I need to go somewhere else because what I'm not gonna do is overwork myself just because you want me to be in a different tax bracket. No.
Yeah.
I'm cool and content where I'm at. I was capable of paying for a 2-bedroom. I got my own car, I got my own all of that. My bills ain't start adding up crazy until you got here. So let's make that clear. Let's make that clear. The bills that you brought, they should never be brought and presented to my table. You should still be paying for them bills even though we together. It ain't your job to bring your bills to the table and be like, here, now since we together, you can pay for my bills too. Nigga, you can find somebody else stupid to do that. But it won't be Monty. Like, you
Nope.
crazy. Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's what these new women is on. Oh, they can pay for everything. I'm like,
And that's
oh,
sad,
you
bro.
crazy.
That's
You'll
sad.
be by yourself
That's
then,
sad.
fam.
That's
Go ahead,
sad,
be
bro.
by yourself then, gang. It's all good.
That's
Ain't
sad.
nobody tripping. Ain't no love
You
lost.
can't. Yeah, that's just doing too much. That's just doing too much,
Too
and
much.
you're causing your mind to spiral into this idea of you needing so much more security. I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day is needing more security over one's already driven purpose. I need more security over one's driven purpose. It's your purpose.
Yeah.
It's your pride at the end of the day that's messing with
Yep.
you.
Yep.
You're the one that's saying at the end of the day, no, this is how it should go. I need more, I expect more. And the fact of the matter is, if you already got enough, why would you need
Yeah,
more?
exactly. What you need more of?
There's no I can't stand that. That's why I'll never forget we was doing Instagram. I did Instagram live and I was in college around this time when I was talking to you about this. And I said, be grateful. But
Yep.
why is it that when we're grateful, we're like, well, I want more, but I want this, but I want that, but I want this, but I want that,
Yep.
but I need to have this, and I need to have that. The needs are more valuable than the wants.
Right.
Why? Because the needs tell you at the end of the day, you already have enough. If I'm going to be honest, I already have enough.
Yep.
Why? I got God. That's number one. That's why. God. God. Yes, I will say God. I will say Jesus Christ over money, over materialism, over success, over popularity, over a YouTube channel, over all this. I will put God above all the rest, over every single thing. Why? Because He's enough. And if you think I'm joking, and you think I'm making this up, and you think I'm lying because I'll be doing YouTube all the time, and I'm doing reactions consistently, I do it because quiet as a cat. I love it. It's a hobby for me. Do I want to have success in it? Absolutely. Who doesn't? I don't want to I don't want to suffer for being poor all throughout my life. That's not how you grow. I want to be rich, but I don't want to be rich based off of how the world says to be rich. I'm getting deep now. I'm keeping it real. No, Beezy said best. If I gotta be asking the interview,
Uh
who do I get credit for my talent and my success?
huh.
What's your answer, Beezy?
You said what? What you say? God. That's exactly what it is.
And boom, boom. You still right there. You was probably you wrestling a little bit now.
Right.
They're like, he just said, stay on business, Beezy, stay on business. But no, that's his answer. Why? Because at the end of the day, when no one was there for him, when Beezy was down low, down bad, whatever you want to say, he had God.
Exactly.
Period.
Yep.
Period. That's just what it is. Over a woman, yep, over your woman, sometimes over your mama. Let's keep it real.
Yeah. Facts.
Your father,
Yeah.
over your uncles, your aunties, your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, your sons, your daughters. Over all of that, you need God. Let's
Right.
keep it real. Let's keep it mad real. You know the reason why? Because every single body in your family can always find a reason, whatever dumb reason it is, to
Yeah.
turn away from you and turn against you. You know who will never turn away from you and turn against you? Jesus Christ.
Right. Period.
Your family can, not God, and that's why I say He's enough.
Yep.
Period.
These are
Period.
facts.
And y'all think somebody lying about that? You ain't living enough life to go right here and consider it.
Exactly.
That's all I'm
That's
gonna say.
it.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Y'all definitely. You haven't had an
Period.
experience. So since you have never had an experience, I get I get why you complain or you whatever. But the thing is, you had an experience. You just didn't know it was God because
Hmm.
you tried to spin it and use it as
Which
somebody
goes back
else.
to our worst key talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
And don't worry, we're gonna give you guys a full interview. We're gonna talk about the interview. You know what I'm saying? Like hold your horses. We're gonna give y'all the full worst case interview. But for anyone that felt offended, and thank God we haven't gotten any comments about it yet, but still, if there's anyone that was offended about what we said, guess what? I'm gonna say this right now. Good.
Yep. Good.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Somebody gotta
Because
say something.
if it takes for me to be bold about Jesus Christ,
Yep.
and because it's due to the reason that you don't even want to hear him, but you need to hear him, you need to listen to him. Good, be
Good.
offended.
Yep.
Let something rock within your life. Let conviction come into your heart,
That's
brother.
it, bro. That's what it
Sis,
is right there.
come on.
That's what it is. It's a conviction. It's like, oh yeah, well, because everybody, I don't know, because I don't get why people just think the life can happen all on their own. I just don't get it. That's just something I will never understand ever in
Yeah,
my life. It's just like, oh yeah, well, you got yourself up, huh, ladies and gentlemen? You pulled a magic trick. Okay,
yeah.
just stop it. Regardless
I
if you
woke up
believe or if
today.
you
I
don't
got in
believe,
the
just know.
shower. I did this.
Regardless if you believe or if you don't believe, like, bro, you know you ain't wake yourself up. Let's keep it a buck. Stop it. Just stop it, bro. That's all. Just stop it. Oh, well, it was a higher power. Okay. I don't care what it was. It wasn't you. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't you.
You know what? Matter of fact, that higher power statement, right? That higher
Right.
power. Let's talk about that right quick. Let's talk about that right quick. Okay. All right. Okay. Higher power, right? Higher power. You know, as a human being, we can give ourselves power, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so this higher power stuff, right? There's a higher power. So is the higher power essentially like higher than your power? Is that
Right.
why we call him? Is that why we refer to God as the higher power?
I don't know.
Is that the reason why we give? Because he's some sort of like higher authority over us, so we have to give him the term higher power, right? We
Right.
can't and that's almost like going as far as say supernatural. Okay, cool, supernatural. All right, awesome. I got you. Higher power it is, right?
Right.
We know God got power.
Right.
There is power. You want to know how God is this quote unquote higher power?
Right.
He created you.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
power. That's power enough.
Exactly.
That's power right there. What did you do? Oh, I made my kids. No, no. The Bible, from what I've been told, the Bible literally said Be fruitful and multiply. Yes, it did say that, but God also said He made man in His image, in His likeness. So at the end of the day, is your child really looking like you through your own power, or is it because God orchestrated? He put that there in the first place for it to be power enough. Yeah, your son can look like you. Yes, your daughter can look like you. I'm not saying it can't be that. But at the end of the day, you wouldn't have had that. To be this point, you wouldn't have had that if it wasn't for God.
Right.
So this higher power, I don't. Okay, Beezy, where does that come from? Where does that come
I
from?
don't. That's what I
I've
want
read
to
it
know.
before multiple times, and then I swear to you, it gets underneath my skin,
I
and
don't
I dang
know.
near just want to string somebody's neck for just saying that, like
Same me.
over and over.
I don't get it. That
Like,
higher
where you get that
power,
from?
the man up above, the man upstairs. That's just
I believe
crazy.
there's a source. They will.
Yeah.
It's like they're finding so many terms to say. Here's what's so funny to me. They find so many terms to refer to God, yet they won't acknowledge God,
At all.
which is so funny to me. But you have no problem being like, I'm the God of rap, Jay-Z. I'm Jehovah. Call me Hova. Okay. You want people to call you Hov so bad, but you can't even talk about God though.
Man, it's crazy, but it's crazy because it said in the Bible, "You deny me out here, and I'll deny you up there."
Woo.
So you can play that game if y'all want to. That's why I keep saying what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, y'all better put some acknowledgement on that thing. You better put respect on that man's name and quit playing.
Come on, bro. Come on.
That's what I
Come on,
keep
bro.
saying. I'm like, yo, put some respect on God's name and stop playing around, bro. Because at the end of the day, that's what it
Literally.
is. That's what it's going
Literally.
to end up being. Like, you don't respect him? Okay, cool. And that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's people
Yeah.
who, that's like people, we all like, okay, this, me, you, and Larry, we all at the park and we chilling. And some homies come up that I know. I'm like, hey, yo, come here. I want you to meet my homies. I'm like, yo, that's my boy Larry right there. And then that's a dude over there. I'm talking about Josiah. But that's dude over there. He don't got no name? Oh no, this is just a homie from around the way. Won't say his name, nothing. I know his name and everything, but I just won't tell nobody. Why? Why are you not telling nobody his name? Oh, I don't want everybody to be cool with Josiah. So I'm just gonna keep it to myself. I don't want everybody to know that Josiah is my friend. And that's it. That's what it is. I don't want everybody to
No,
know that.
no, no.
And
You know
that's
what be
what it
worse?
is. I don't.
You know what be
It's
worse? You feel like that's my friend over there. Well, who's friend over there?
exactly.
You just refer to me as a friend. That dude could be your friend too. What makes me different by being called a friend
Bro.
over there?
And that's what it be like, bro. What it
Yes.
is people, because it's so much different stuff that goes on with Jesus and God when it comes to good and bad
Lord.
in people's mindset. What they want to do is not
Mm.
let everybody know that that's who they serve, so they keep it to themselves.
Mm.
That's
Mm.
what the problem is. They keep it to
Mm-hmm.
themselves. They don't want to tell
Yes.
nobody, oh, I serve God. I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. I'll definitely die for Jesus because he died for me. That's what Ludacris said on his
Right.
project. He said that. But it's people who won't acknowledge it because of the public eye. That's a confrontation. Oh, yeah, well, here y'all go talking about God. What God you talking about? The universe? It's a public. They be like, no, I don't want to tell everybody that I follow
Then
Jesus.
do me a
Why would you do
favor.
that?
Then do me a. I'm with you. Then do me a favor and don't you ever go on an award show
Yep.
and be like, first and foremost, I want to thank God. No, 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 no. Thank that collaborator that they did that they on song with for best record collaboration, whatever it is, at the Grammys. Do
Right.
that.
Right.
Do that. Thank the producer. Mm-hmm. Thank the engineer. Thank everybody who was involved in the studio. Thank the people who signed you to these dang on multi-year deals. Thank to give thanks to the guy who signed you to a record label.
Right.
Give thanks to them. If it's so much more important to give thanks to the whole world, do not give God credit whatsoever.
Right.
Why? Because you can't go right here and conveniently just say, I'm going to give thanks to God if it's just more based around giving thanks to the world.
That's a fact.
Yeah, the world can contribute. Yes, they can offer a challenge. Yes, we can, bro. We've appreciated all kinds of different people from multifaceted, different occupations,
Yep.
actors, music,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
producers. We
Yep.
we give love all of them. We give
All
them all love.
the all the
Don't get it
time.
twisted.
Yep.
But same as that time, give credit to. Don't even. You can say the source all you want. You can say the higher power you want. You can say you can say the man upstairs all you want. You can say the one who climbs nearest. The one in the the one in the sky. You can say that all you want.
All you
Go
want.
right ahead, all you want. But don't say God. Don't just don't say God.
Yep. Leave
Don't
it
say
there.
God.
Yep. Leave it there.
Just leave it there. If
Cause
I'm being asked the question, if I'm a man of faith, yes, I am a Christian.
yep.
Yes, I love Jesus Christ. Not yes, I believe in a higher power. Yes, what is this higher power?
Yeah, because that's not labeling as what it is. Where you work at? Oh, I
No.
work at the factory across the street. Well, what's that factory called? I don't know for sure, but I work over there. Man, watch out. If I don't know where I work at, I don't need to be working there.
Right. Don't label it. Don't give it no
Yeah. Don't
title.
label it as
And,
nothing.
and here's another thing too. How you know the higher power is not referring to not referring to God? It could be referring to another aspect of another section of the universe.
That's what I'm saying. Another section. Because you know the
Right.
universe is
The
in
higher
sections.
power in the universe.
It's crazy.
Okay. All right.
It's crazy.
Cool. It is.
It's crazy.
This is where we living in, man.
Yeah. Just to not give no acknowledgement at all.
Yeah.
It sound like Drake when he don't want to tell nobody who helped write his songs. You don't want to give no acknowledgement.
Literally.
You don't want to give
Man.
no acknowledgement, but these bangers is coming out like, oh, these is fire. Yeah, it's all me. Was it all you
Yeah.
though?
And you got people who are deceived and blind. Like I'm not gonna name names, but I have people. I've had people around me. Man, Kendrick Lamar can do whatever he want. Man, who makes more money though? Who makes more
Oh
money
my
though?
gosh.
And I'm like, and I make my mom like, BZ, I kid you not. I kid you not. I'm like, yo. So we talking about monetary value, wealth, whatever you want to describe it as. We put that above integrity.
Yep. That's what it sounds like.
So you're saying as a man, I should put my wealth above my integrity. So basically, what you're saying is there's no issue with having dishonor then.
Right.
So what you're saying is Drake can dishonor hip hop, he can dishonor rap, all because this man makes twice as much more money than Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole combined out of the big three.
Exactly. That don't make no
Wow,
sense.
that is incredible. No, that's incredible. I never knew they existed ever in hip hop back in the day, BZ. I never
Right.
knew that.
Like they would
I
do
never
that
knew because
already.
you make more
Right.
money than you, or you make more money than real off of doing Uber alone.
Exactly.
That excuses integrity. Got you. I got you.
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. That's the reason, and I'm with you, BZ, and I'm glad you brought that up. And I'm not trying to make this no whole, we're going to get back to talking about hip hop. No. But there's a good point there to be made.
Yep.
Acknowledge the truth.
Acknowledge the real.
Acknowledge the truth. What is so hard? Just tell the truth. Who cares? You got your behind whooped by Kendrick Lamar. Let's start with that. You got your behind whooped by Kendrick Lamar in 2024. You lost. Everyone know you lost. You know how you lost? Bro, I'm on social media almost every single day on day of my
They
life.
still talk about
On YouTube. People play Not Like Us at freaking clubs. They played it at bars. They done did karaoke with it. People done did spoofs of the dang on song, remixes of the dang on song.
Oh God.
Kendrick Lamar dropped GNX. The album was fire.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to Super Bowl. Matter of fact, no, hold on. No, scratch that. You decide to want to sue him over him calling you the P word. I'm not gonna say it fully. YouTube, I watch our guidelines. You wanted to sue him over the P word, but yet you allege that this man was putting his hands on his wife, on his fiance, whatever, right? The baby mother to his kids. You allege that was happening towards him. You didn't see him come at you with that, but no, it's okay because I am Drake.
Right.
Not Bobby Graham. I'm Drake. I can't be defeated. I can't lose. I have to go right here and sue this dude who everyone says I have lost to.
Right.
Yes, you are getting. I will say it's low key a bit uncalled for though to have LeBron and DeMar DeRozan like kind of like turn on him.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
That was kind of like messed up. That was low key messed up. I'm not going.
And then get the tattoo over. Then the tattoo over LeBron. That's crazy. That's wild.
I know. Yeah, he did do that, didn't he? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. That's insane.
Got his tattoo covered. Weirdo. You're a weirdo.
I would have got a tattoo in it to begin with in the first place, but that's just me. It is what it is. But then you went here and paid for the Toronto show for Kendrick Lamar. Why am I highlighting what's already been done, what's already been said, what's already been shown?
Right.
Because Drake fell off so bad, that has to be taken into account for.
Right.
And what I've been saying for the longest time is now it is time for the redemption arc for Aubrey Graham.
Yeah.
It's been time for you to redeem yourself.
Hold on.
Look at J. Cole.
Yeah, hold on.
The man got so much backlash off of one apology. Oh, you suck. Oh, that's not hip hop. That's not competitive. Fat Joe saying.
Two to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back, they all run like sawmill. This beat was just sent to me, this was a fresh kill. But you ain't know when I load up, I act wild. Like draw four, my screen kicks like a bad child. It's time to relocate, but not the east bow. Call me a virus, we moving to the west now. I've been bugging more ammo than any Russian. My 16s I air out like a semi-bussin'. My chick bad, I sing to her like David Ruffin. Give her the game, she roll up, we lit and puffin'. Thought I was done, but this rapping is in my bloodline. Keep feeding me beats, I zip them up like K-Shine. The swag so out of this world, never in state lines. Used to be passing with everything, now I take mine. Pittsburgh, my name Monty, some of you notice me. I get you lit and I'm brown, nickname me Hennessy. I came in the game, they ain't do nothing but doubt. But now I feel like a tongue to win my name in your mouth.